If you're planning on building a sleek, all-white micro ATX build and you want it to look as good as possible, then this could be the motherboard for you. This is the MPG B760M HTI Wi-Fi from MSI, and besides having the worst naming ever, the board itself is actually pretty nice. It's got all the newest tech you'd be looking for in an Intel board, with support for both 13th and 14th generation processors, DDR5 RAM up to 7,800 megatransfers, PCIe 5.0 support, and Wi-Fi 6, all packaged into a small form factor micro ATX board with a sleek silver, white, and black color scheme. For storage options, the board comes with 3 PCIe 4.0 NVMe slots that can run up to 64 gigabits per second. They're all covered with heatsinks, and one of them is really easy to access. You can easily swap out the drive with no tools needed at all. There are also 6 SATA ports for your other drives, but these only have a max speed of around 6 gigabytes per second as usual. Looking at the connectivity at the back, the I/O is pretty stacked when it comes to USB ports, having 4 USB 2.0 ports, 3 USB 3.2 Gen 2 ports, and 1 USB Type-C 3.2 Gen 2x2 Lightning port, which is capable of up to 20 gigabytes per second. There's also a built-in HDMI 2.1 port and a display 1.4 port, which is something you don't see every day. It's a feature I'm not a huge fan of. I'd like more USB ports over built-in graphics ports any day, but I do see how they can be necessary. Other things you'll find here in the back are the Wi-Fi 6E and Bluetooth antenna, the 2.5 gigabits LAN port, some decent sound options, and a BIOS reset button, which can be a real lifesaver when you're troubleshooting. The board itself doesn't have too much RGB, which I think is a good thing. There's this light up MSI Dragon logo, and it does come with 2 ARGB V2 connectors and a single standard RGB connector built in. Just to mention some other features that some people might find more interesting than others, the PCIe x16 slot is a surface mounted Gen 5.0 slot. This is reinforced and is capable of a max 128 gigabit second bandwidth, and the board has a 12+1+1 power delivery system. So overall, I'm pretty impressed by what MSI has done here. They've squeezed a lot of useful features into this very small board. While I do think it would have looked much better if it was an all-white board instead of a mix, I do think it will still look fantastic in an all-white setup. Let me know what you think. Oh, and check this video out next. You might be interested in that one. Remember to subscribe, as most of you guys aren't even subscribed. What the hell, man? Anyways, have a good day. Bye, cheers.